Okay, this is Vince. I'm Vince with Listings to Leads, and this is our call. It's a rollout call for you agents at REMAX Commonwealth. So, first of all, you may not have heard of us, and we've been around for 10 years now. Um, and we've been focused on advertising in real estate and online lead generation. And to give you an idea of what we're doing and the kind of tools you now have access to, you can always log in here or go on the top there and you'll see a bunch of buttons which will show you a bunch of things that we have. We have advertising, we have a listing presentation. Oh, how to log in. Well, actually, I'm not going to ask you guys to log in. If you have ID codes, I'll tell you this. So how do you log in? Let's see if I can get there. You log in at the top right, but okay, yeah, but don't log in now because it'll just be really difficult for you to use this. So let me explain what we do. We have a number of tools to market your listings. We have virtual tours, we have single property websites, we have tools for Facebook, we have really powerful tools for email. And we also have tools, print flyers, ways to get to Craigslist, virtual tours. We focus on marketing multiple times of the same listing. Our focus is capturing leads, not just advertising homes. You'll see it inside the account, but we want our clients to take advantage of all the statuses: coming soon, just listed, open house, pending, and just sold. And the reason is because the call to actions are different at every stage. And some of those stages are for people interested in buying homes. And some of those stages are really for people interested in selling homes, right? And so we also have a whole section of landing pages. The most popular landing page in our system is "What is your home worth?" Right? And this has a video saying, which you can embed your own video in the backgrounds of these. But basically, it's saying, type in your address, and then great, we have your value. Give us your contact info, and at that point, we start delivering that the valuation information to the consumer, and their contact information and valuations to you. So let's kind of log in as I would log in. You would log in like this up at the top right, and we're going to log into my demo account so we can sort of see the tools that are going on. One of the things that's really new to Listings to Leads is we have this blue button that says "Continue with Facebook," and I want you to be aware of that because we added that about 4 months ago, and it has blown up our lead generation in a very good way. And to give you an example of what that looks like, if we look at a single property website, we can, I think in this case we've embedded a video. It might be Matterport or something like that. But these are our tools, right? And it's coming soon. There are links on the left that can point to your website or to other landing pages that we might create for you. You create in the system. But always there is a kind of a "follow this home" page will automatically pop up. And it looks like, let's give it a second, it looks like this. And that's because this home is coming soon. So there's sort of like a ticking, time bomb sort of deal here. And for the consumer to get back to that page, they got to click "Continue with Facebook." Now I want to point out to you what happens when you click "Continue with Facebook." You've probably seen this if you spend any time searching the internet or you're on your phone. There's always some button like that that's around, and you click it and you move past. And let's click that together. But when I click it, I want you to watch the center of this screen. You're going to see a little window pop up, and that is us, Listings to Leads, reaching into Facebook and getting the name and email of the person that clicked that button. So now I have to, in this case, I have to drop in the phone number, and I get dropped back on the property, and it says "Thank you," and then I can continue to look at the information. So that's a little bit of the process of Listings to Leads. We know that agents take a lot of activities, right? They send out emails, they put virtual tours out, they want market reports, updates. letters to send to their clients or their database. And typically when an agent does any of those things, they're great, they're informative. Maybe you get your picture and your phone number out there, but you don't typically get any leads out of that. And all of those activities I just described, we have ways of capturing leads in every one of those. So on this page, when you log in, it kind of looks like this right now. There is a button on Facebook advertising. And a lot of our clients, as I show you the tools, they like to take our tools and put them on Facebook because they get lots of leads. Many agents are getting hundreds of leads every month. And I'll show you how. If you're holding an open house, you can actually just save the date and we email you a handful of tools in one email, and you just follow the instructions and get them out. They're for print flyers, they're for Craigslist, they're for Facebook, they're for social media. There's even an online sign-in form that you can use at the open house, and that of course is designed to capture leads for you as well. So just a lot going on there, and if you want to learn more about it, you can click that button. There's a button here that says click to join the mastermind group. And I got to tell you, you have to join the mastermind group. When you get in, go to contact support, which is up here, and just say, please add me to the mastermind group, right? And here is our mastermind group. It's a secret group on Facebook. And the beauty of it is it's only for our clients. And our clients are writing ads all the time, right? And they ask questions here. Many of them will say, hey, this is what's working for me. This is what's not working for me. And they'll literally write, they'll show you a picture of their ad, and they'll say, I put $20 on it and I got 50 leads this weekend. And they're just sharing that so that everybody sees what's going on, right? And so there's a lot to be learned in this mastermind group. So as soon as you get into your account, go to contact support and ask to be added to that group. But let's get to the listings page, because that's really, where a lot goes on in our system. Your listing should flow in automatically to the system, and we start creating new tools for you, right? And a lot of those tools we email to you automatically, but I want to kind of give you a sense of what some of them look like. We have single property websites, virtual tours. We auto upload to YouTube for you your virtual tour. We have a series of e-flyers. We have a series of Facebook posts. And we also have a listing landing page for every property. And we give you blog tools. Or if any of you are blogging and you want to copy, some content and put it in your blog, you can do that. And we have a way to get to Craigslist. Okay. Want to point out over here that there's this column, and I mentioned it earlier, we want our clients to take advantage of the statuses. Okay. And the statuses here are coming soon, open house, just sold, just listed, under contract, active. And so, that kind of shows up. So let's look at a single property website when it's coming soon. Okay, so this is coming soon here. You can have unique links pointing to your website. This home is for sale in Granite Bay. So the hot price point in Granite Bay is homes between 500 and 700K. So I have a link that says that. I also have a link for homes under 500K, right? So people that are looking at properties, they're usually more driven by price than color, right? Or anything else. It's like, what can I afford? And so these links can be really useful. And when people click on them, you can take people off of our tools, whether it's an e-flyer or whether it's a virtual tour, a single property website, or even a blog post, and drive them right to your website, right? So you can capture more leads there too. So that's coming soon. I'm going to click on follow this home to kind of get this page up. Remember I mentioned continue with Facebook is here, and it's saying, hey, this home is coming soon. That is what a single property website looks like. There are two ways that our clients like to share and put things on social media. It's usually the single property website, or it's the listing landing page. So let's go look at that. For the same property, it is this is the listing landing page. It's a really good looking tool. It's mobile optimized, so if you're comfortable with running it out on Facebook to say, I want everybody that lives within 20 miles of me to see this, well, when the person clicks on it, they look at this beautiful page. And it's optimized for smartphones too. And if they want more information, they got to click continue with Facebook. And then you remember that little window pops up. At that point, we're going to deliver the email and what do you call it? Name of that person to you, the agent. This page is going to spin around and give a thank you from you to them, and then it's going to drop them right on the single property website. Okay, so we want to get them the information, and that's really the key. But we also want some contact information to make sure we have a database to follow up on. I have another property here. It's open house. Now I could show you the single property website, but I actually really prefer to market with the listing landing page when it's an open house, and I'll show you why. It's going to have one big picture of the home, and it's going to have this clock ticking, right? Like, hey, this is time sensitive. If you want the info, click continue with Facebook, and you know what happens when that happens. If I click that, I will get whipped around, dropped on the single property website. But when it's just sold, and over here it's just sold, let's look at the listing landing page real quick. I am actually not crazy about the listing landing page, right? And what it says is another home sold, recent home values are going to affect your value. Get your home value here. So we know that when people are looking at sold properties, many of those people are homeowners. And this is a way to present that. I actually, when a home is sold or pending or under contract, I really prefer the single property website. So let's click on it here. And we can see on the top right, it's just sold. I can see my lead gen links that are pointing to my website on the left. And if I wait, 5 or 10 seconds, this page is going to pop up. And it says, hey, this is sold, and that's going to affect your home value. Get your home value here now, instantly free. And that's really, again, it points to what we're after and what we want to do. Our tools are mobile optimized. They look great. They are designed to capture leads. And so you want to take advantage from just listed to open house to under contract and just sold. But the messaging is different every time, right? If I look at a property that's open house, it's a different kind of story than a property that's just sold. For us, just sold is a great time to capture more listings. Under contract means it's pending. It's under contract. So that's a very similar deal. If we click on that link to find out what the call to action is, it's going to say when it is sold, it's going to affect your home value. Get your home value now free, right? So when a home is pending, under contract, or just sold, I really recommend you take this single property website and share it, right? Because pending, it's the same kind of message. Let's just kick that page up. Let's see if we can make that happen. Don't give me any grief. Yeah, there we go. The page pops up and looks like that, right? So if it's pending, under contract, or just sold, you can get it up there. Now, when you're looking at a single property website, which we are right now, the easiest thing for you to do, we email this to you automatically, right? When the listing hits the system, we email this, the virtual tour, and the listing landing page to you automatically, right? That's the listing landing page. This is the single property website. So we recommend that the first thing you do with this is you click this Facebook button here, because that's going to open a little window and help you share to Facebook. Okay? Now, I don't know if you know this, but Facebook is the #1 social media platform in the country. And 71% of adults in the US spend 40 minutes a day, every day on that site. So it is a very important place for you to build a brand and talk about what you know and love, which is real estate, right? So all you got to do is click that button, write a nice social note, and bang, you're in the race. The #2 website that I think we're hearing more about is LinkedIn. If you know LinkedIn, it's a social media platform for professionals. So people you've worked with in the past typically are connecting to you. And when you click that button, it opens up LinkedIn, and you can write something there. And we don't hear about a lot of lead gen, but we are hearing from our clients that they're getting listings and buyers from it. And the last one that I would I'd really recommend that you think about is Pinterest. Pinterest actually does get a lot of leads. It's probably #2 to Facebook. but not a lot of people know what it is, but just the format of it really helps for lead gen. Twitter and Google, Google Plus, they're not really great for lead gen. Everybody knows about Twitter, right? And tweets are the common, news these days, but you're not going to get a lot of leads there. But if you noticed, I clicked a button and it opens this page. It's that simple to advertise on Twitter. And from a listing presentation standpoint, for you to be able to speak effectively to internet marketing and social media, it really puts you in an advantage. And we basically make it dead easy. Just click these buttons and write a social message, and there you are. And as I said, we'll auto load your listings to YouTube, and YouTube, everybody kind of knows that one too. So it really helps you be in front of social media and speak, very knowledgeably about it, that you're actually there and you're able to have that home marketed for them on those important platforms. So the day that the listing hits the system, we actually give you a couple of tools, and I'm going to show you those tools. We give you this, which is a seller engagement email. And we're going to see a whole bunch of emails here, but you're going to get one email with this on it and instructions to send this to your client. Okay, now that's my banner, that's my office here, but your office banner is going to be here on the top. And then the next few images of the first few images of the home will be there. And then it says, this home is being marketed. We started marketing your home. And it says we're ready for the web and email and phones and Facebook and targeting and WordPress and Google and Craigslist. And then it gives them your picture and your logo, right? And we want that to get to the client, to the homeowners, because it's designed to engage them and impress them with the work that you're doing. But we also do something that's very unusual. So I think when you think about real estate advertising, and there are obviously a number of companies that are in this space, we do a few things that are super unique. One is we want you to take advantage of statuses, because the statuses have different values for different people. The second is, when we're talking about listing e-flyers and our Facebook campaigns, we like to leverage the sphere of influence of our clients, okay, or of your clients, the homeowners. And you'll notice that when we look at an e-flyer, it's got the status, it's for sale, or it'll be open house, or it'll be just sold in red. It'll have your, these very important lead generation links that we embed in all of our tools. It'll have your contact info, and that's kind of similar for most, advertising. But it also has this message up on top. And it's pre-written, and it says, "Dear friends, we've hired Vincent Meza from L2L Realty to sell our home. And the bottom line is, please share this so we can sell our home as soon as possible," right? So what it is it's a message that is designed for you to send to your homeowners and say, could you please forward this out so that we can get more eyeballs in your home and sell your home at the best price and faster. And it does that because it's got everything in there. But it's also talking about you. It's also it's laying kind of a foundation of all those people that you want to get referrals from, right? Because our clients, we've been doing this for 10 years, and I can tell you, our clients stick with us because they love getting leads cheaply. But they really prefer referrals. And so our clients started using our tools this way, and we basically scaled it up to make it so that everybody can do it. So it gets really some really good marketing in front of people, and the client is talking about you and your office. So it looks really interesting from an email perspective, but I want to show you what it looks like on the Facebook side. So every time there's an e-flyer, there's a Facebook ad. And let's look at what it looks like. And this one is confusing. We're kind of relaunching a bunch of our stuff here. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. But the bottom line is, when you get a message like this, first of all, do not ignore it. Get it to your clients, and definitely use the Facebook one. And this is a just sold. So when you change the status to just sold in your properties, we send this to you automatically. You have to copy this and send it to your client. and say, dear client, please put that up on your Facebook wall for me. Ideally, you started that process when it was just listed or possibly coming soon. And then, of course, when it was an open house, you're doing the same thing over and over. And the reason is that every time somebody puts this on Facebook, all of their friends and family see it, okay? And so I'm going to go to my Facebook page real quick, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I copied the information that was automatically generated, and then I paste it. Now, I actually did this yesterday, so this is what it looks like when you paste it here, right? And it says, our home just sold, and we want to recommend you, and here's your name and phone number. Done an excellent job. It's a pre-written testimonial designed for Facebook. Now, I put this on my page just for demonstration purposes, but when your clients put it on their page, they've got 100, 200, 300, 500 friends who are colleagues, family, their parents of the kids that their kids go to school with. These are the people you want to get referrals from, right? These are the people you're hoping to grow your business with. So they are seeing your name multiple times if you're using these tools. And when they click on them, let's click on it. What happens? It drives them, it takes them off of Facebook, and it drives them right to the just sold single property website where there is the information on the home. You could, even if it's sold, remove the price and say contact for price. But there's your contact info. There are your favorite links pointing over to your website. And then in a few seconds, you're going to see this page that says, hey, get your home value, right? And so it's, again, designed to get you referrals, but also get you listing leads. So the way to take advantage of those things is to make sure and go to your listings and click edit listing at the right time and take advantage of all of the statuses, right? If you're into growing your business, this is probably the number one thing you can do, is use the listings as many times as you can. And that's by going through the different statuses or stages. And I know a lot of homes sell very quickly. Still take advantage of it, and definitely market homes that have sold all the time. Okay. So that's kind of our listing thing. You can go through and kind of get used to the tools. We email most of them to you automatically. There are a couple of tools hidden on this page, and I want to point them out now under this listing website and widgets. And these are both really cool tools. The second one is the client review website. On the profile page, in every one of your profiles, you have a little section where you can drop in you can say, I have reviews on Zillow, and check a box. And at that point, we'll auto sweep those reviews right into this page. And you can see that you've got reviews in the center. You got your favorite lead links on the left. There's your contact info on the left. And on the right, it says, what is your home worth, right? So there's something there for seller lead capture. Now over here are all of your listings. And if you recall, well, when we click on any listing, it's going to drive right to the single property website, okay? And this is really just designed to capture leads for you, right? And that's kind of what it's all about. So this is a very cool tool, because when you have reviews on Zillow, and I know not everybody does, but when you do, you're just sort of hoping that one day somebody stumbles across that page on Zillow and finds it, right? And that would be awesome. For our clients, when they have a review on Zillow, they copy this hyperlink up here and they go back to their Facebook page and they paste it right here, and they tag their client. You may not know what this means, but if I say, hey, Scott, and I tag them like that, thanks for the great review, enjoy your new home with your thing, right? And then I paste that link. And what does it look like, right? It looks like that. And now, not only do all of your friends see this, but all of Scott's friends see this. All of your clients' friends see this, that they've given you a great review. If they're remotely interested in property or real estate, they're probably going to click that and find out who you are, right? And now when they click it, what happens? This page pops up. All of your reviews are there, your favorite lead gen links, and all your listings are at the right. So that's a pretty cool tool to have. Another one that's buried on this page is called the listing website. And a lot of agents like this. And I'll pull mine out. And it's kind of a reverse of that last page. Your listings are in the center, your reviews are on the right, your favorite lead gen's on the link, and a home value lead capture on the right. Now this is mine, and this is my demo account, right? And you know, this is what it looks like for me. But I want to show you one of our clients, and if you go through our FAQ and tutorials, you will see that we talk about a gentleman named Neil Wolf. And I set up an office in Florida. Man, it's been about 4 years now. Yeah. And when I set that up, we did a call, just like the call we're doing right now. And I told everybody, hey, here's everything we got. And Neil goes and finds this page, and this is his actual live page now, what it looks like. And he started dropping it on Craigslist. And he is still doing it every day. But the manager called me because he's getting 50 leads every day from Craigslist from this. And that's because people are clicking these here, but they're also looking at these links up here. And he creates these links. They're in he creates them in our platform, and you can do that too. He's originally from Chicago, right? So he's got a link that says moving to Southwest Florida, and he targets this. He puts this also on ads and runs them for people who live in Chicago but like to travel to Florida, and you can do that in Facebook. And you can see the link here that he's got, which he really, you know, wires this for folks that live up in the north, right? Do you really want to have another cold winter? And that's a horrible picture, so it's kind of motivating, right? Because he's got condos for sale all over, you know, Southwest Florida. But he also has this he's part of some national program for lease purchase options, right? So it helps him get people who maybe are first-time buyers, right? Things like that. But basically, his business is not like yours, right? Your business, I'm not sure what your individual businesses are, but you can tailor this and customize it to suit your business, right? And that's what Neil does. And Neil is still putting this on Craigslist, but he's getting about 50 leads a week now, not every day, because he's been doing this for 4 years and he's kind of fished that place out. But I can tell you, he drives everybody. If they call them, he says, go to this site, right? So that's kind of a really cool tool there. Another one in this section is the email blog tab. You can see it here. And we talk about lead gen links because they're really powerful. But this down here is a signature bar that you can snap into your email. And you can see here, get your home value now, my reviews, what is your home worth, Lafayette Homes. These links are customizable by you and can be, you know, saying anything you want. And once you have it configured the way you want, you copy this for email. You can embed it in Gmail, in Outlook, in Yahoo, AOL, and you have a great way of capturing leads every time you send out an email, okay? So that's kind of the cool stuff related to listings and some of our other fun tools. One of the most, I think, exciting areas of our platform, and the reason why 10 to 20 people every day in the United States sign up on our system, is because of our landing pages. And probably most specifically, this landing page here that is Property Valuation Plus. So I encourage all of you, when you get your access to your account, that you go here and Robin, I can't remember are you in Richmond? You set up their page. It's the Richmond one. That's right. Cool. Awesome. You guys, I got to tell you, as agents there, you probably already know this, but boy, these guys, when they signed up, we've been working on this for a few months, but Robin and I think some of the other folks really put a lot of thought into creating this account and getting it ready for you so you can run right off the bat. You can create your own landing pages, and I have landing pages for different areas because I do demos all over the country. But you are in Richmond, Virginia, and I think that was the one that was created. And you could have multiple landing pages. You might have a neighborhood in Richmond. You may have an adjacent town that you really focus on building your business. And you can create a new one by just click Create New Landing Page, type in the name of the city. I don't know, like Fairfax, right? And click save, and it will bang, create that landing page. And at that point, you can customize it. I'll click on it here, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going to kind of go through it. This is one I did for Cambridge over in outside of Boston. I actually put a video in the background. I think you've got a static image. But if you had a video, or you took one with your smartphone, you put it up on YouTube and you can copy it right to the back, right? So let's just look at how this works. 1595 Boston Road. Okay. You put in any residential address in the US and click show me. At this point, we are reaching into Facebook and getting their name and email and delivering it to you, right? And then the page turns around and says, great, we got your report. We got a value for your home. But I've got something in here that says I want your phone number first, right? And why are you interested? Well, maybe I need a refi, or maybe I need to sell soon, or whatever. And they put that in. And when they click view the report, it drops them on the value. Now, you as the agent gets the value. They get this. You get the same numbers that we're looking at right here, and you get their name and email address, and their address, obviously. So that is how that page works, and that's one of the top tools for capturing listing leads on the internet. So I recommend you log in, you use that, and you get kind of familiar with how to put that out. We also have other landing pages. And let's just go to the dashboard one more time. We have landing pages for FSBOs. So if you want to engage a FSBO and maybe convert that to a listing, expireds, condos for sale, growing families, empty nesters. You want to create a custom free report, or just a custom landing page, or homes sold nearby. All these things, they're all for you. You can log in and just start using them. But I will tell you, the number one way of getting those tools in front of people is by putting them on Facebook. So, Ramin, would you tell me, if they would just, shout at you or raise their hand, what percentage of the people know how to run an ad on Facebook over there? 1 out of 4. Okay, great. So then with that, I'm gonna run an ad for you real quickly, because I want you to see that. But I also want to point out that I mentioned earlier there's a Facebook advertising, and it tells you right here kind of how to create the landing page. There's a video on how to create that landing page and how to run an ad. So if you like watching videos and kind of learning, great. If you don't like watching videos, you can click this link here. It says how to run an ad on Facebook in 2 minutes. And it shows you step by step where to click to run this ad from start to finish. So the instructions are right there. And I will tell you that, I'm just repeating myself, but Facebook is the number one place for people to capture listing leads. You may have heard that, you may not know how to do it. So let's go and look at, I'm going to log out here and see if I can find one of Robin's landing pages. Maybe not, but if I'm lucky, maybe. Okay, I hear you. Okay, let's see if I got one here. You might have done one here, I'm hoping. So she's got one here. This is in the group account. Right, okay. This is what a generic one looks like. So I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick. I'm gonna just do something real fancy. Bear with me 60 seconds. Richmond VA drone. Oh. Okay. So here is, yeah, let's go here. So let's just say you found a video on YouTube. that you could use, right? Which that's a different question, but you might buy your own or get one created. You go to that landing page and you click on background, and Robin has already put a background image in here, but I'm going to put this video here since this is actually inside the Office account, so I don't think anybody would be using this. And I'm going to click Save, and it kind of shows me the preview on the right. Give it a second. And notice how, I don't know if you have noticed, but this is a very new look. I've been showing you a lot of our software, and this is a new kind of look. And actually, our whole platform is moving to that. We will be live for everybody on March 15th. So it takes that generic page like this, and it turns it into a page like this. Let's give it a second. And this is a bad example because there's that intro thing there, but you can kind of get an idea of, you can put an image in the background or you can put a video in the background. And that's cool because video always is helpful in online advertising. It's just one of those things. Oh, and I spelt it wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I spelt it Richland. But it is Richmond. But let's just imagine that this is a Richmond page like the one you have in your account. And you can put this on Facebook. So let's go do that together. First of all, copy this hyperlink, okay? Secondly, and I'm going to go fast here because I know not all of you know it, but I do want you to see it. And I'm going to give you instructions on how to do this, okay? You click this button up here and you go create ads. And when I click create ads, give me a second. We're in now the Facebook ad manager. And you want to, give me a second, start over. You want to click this button here for traffic. So the object of this exercise is to drive people, I'm going to call it value, Richmond, bed. Nobody sees that but you. And but I do think it's wise to sort of name that. And then here, this is the power of Facebook. And this, if you can grasp this one, if you can see, pay attention to what I'm doing, I think will really help you out. In here, it's saying target everyone in the United States. But you can say, no, I want them to live in Richmond, Virginia. And it basically says, and right here, it's saying, okay, well, Richmond in 25-mile radius. And that might be good if you're running an ad for an open house or something coming soon or just listed. But when you have a page that says, get your Richmond home value, you only want to target that area. So I change it to you got to live in the city of Richmond. You can also say, well, I don't want 18-year-olds clicking my ads. I'll put a bottom of 30 years old because this is targeted to homeowners. And I can also exclude people, right? I can say exclude realtors and other bad people, right? And let's see, realtors, I can't, I'd have to scroll through, but you can actually go realtors by profession. But here is the point of this, and this is really what I hope you can understand. I'm sure there's some percentage of you that do not like Facebook. You're not very tech savvy. You don't like sharing stuff about what you eat and pictures of dogs and stuff on the internet. And I get it. But 71% of Americans do. I'm sorry, 71% of adults in this country do. Okay, and they spend 40 minutes a day doing that. So when we say, I want people who live in Richmond that are over 30, what this means is they don't have to like your page, be personal friends with you on Facebook. They don't even have to know you exist. They just need to be over 30 years old and live in Richmond to see this. That's it. So you see over here on the daily reach, it says 1,400 to 4,400. So that's roughly, I don't know, 2,500, 3,000 people every day will see this. Okay. Now, the other thing is, what's your budget? Now, I'm going to just say do a daily budget. Normally, when I tell people to run an ad to try to get listings, I always tell you, oh, happy Valentine's Day. Start it on Friday and end it on Sunday. We train on this every other Monday, live training class. So you can see my reach has dropped. That's because it's a smaller spend here, right? So now it's saying about 700 to 2,700, or I don't know, 1,500. So I'm going to spend $30, and I would say about 4,500, maybe 5,000 people are going to see my ad this weekend. Okay. And that's it. And that's an incredible reach for to have a bunch of people see this. Almost 5,000 people will see it in 3 days for $30. And let's click the next page and see what on earth are they going to see. Give it a second to bake. I'm going to go over here real quick while that's doing its magic. Come on. So you need to have a business page, and it's going to tell you, choose your business page. God, my real estate one fell off, so I'm going to use my healthy eating one. But you see, my healthy eating page is called Mino Likey Trans Fats. So you'll see where it shows up. Yours is going to be You the Realtor in Richmond, or whatever your business page is called. Here it says website URL, and this is where you're trying to drive traffic to, and we're trying to drive traffic to the what do you call it? To the valuation landing page. Okay. Now here it says Mino Likey Trans Fat. That's going to be You the Realtor, and as I said, about 5,000 people are going to see that. But here's the thing, recent home sales affect your home value. Well, that is true, but that's not very compelling. Let me give you one of the most compelling lines to replace that with. You can type this box over here, and I'll give you one easy thing. You can always just write this. Click here to get your automated online home value in less than 15 seconds. This works for so many people because it's kind of got a lot of codes in there, right? These words mean a couple things. Let's see here, Richmond home values. And I know it says Richland, my bad. But down here it now says Richland home values. And up here it says click here to get your automated online home value in less than 15 seconds. What did I forget to write? Free. And this tells you everything that people want to know. I can get my home value fast, free, and I don't have to talk to you. It's automated and online. People click that all day long. They also click language like this. You can say 40 homes sold in Richmond in Jan, right? The high was, I don't know, 900K, right? Click here to get your automated home value now. When you start talking those kinds of stats, and you pull those stats from your local MLS, that's interesting to homeowners, right? And so that's the whole point of that. When you click confirm down here, you'll get a message from Facebook saying, we're going to review this, and in about 15 minutes to make it live. And once they make it live, this ad right here shows up right here in this center newsfeed. Okay? Shows up for everybody who's over 30 years old that lives in Richmond, right? And that is the incredible power of Facebook. As people click on it, they open up this page here, and as they drop in their address, well, we start sending you all that contact information. Okay, so I do have deeper instructions on that, but that's kind of the nature of what people are doing with our tools. They're getting home value ads out there. They're also taking just the landing pages and the single property websites, and they're putting them on their business pages, and they're boosting them. They're taking all the e-flyers and sending them to their clients the way that I described. And they're using as many tools as they can get their arms wrapped around, right? The email, the signature bar, so that every time you send out an email, maybe you can get another listing. Maybe the client review website, or the one that has all your listings. Whatever it is that you're up to, we would prefer it that you capture a lead when you do it. So that's the nature of our platform. With that, now if you have questions, that'd be a good time. Now would be a good time to ask. And while you're kind of putting those ideas together, I'm going to show you our new platform, our new listings to leads. We have been building this for 2 years, and it's the new look of what I just showed you. Okay, so this isn't 100% done yet. We're still testing every day on this and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But now your listings page and all the tools are going to look like this. And remember how I said statuses are so important? You can now just say, oh, I want to change that status to pending or sold right here. And the minute you do, we're going to email tools to you. But those tools are also accessible right here in the account by just clicking tools. And you can see your just listed landing page. You can see your single property website. The status of listing does not update from IDX. That I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it does. Our partner where we get automated listing information is ListHub. I don't know if you know who ListHub is, but they're the largest syndication company in the US, owned by Move.com, which also owns Realtor.com. Oh no, is that right? I can't remember. They're owned by Move. I think Dow Jones owns Realtor.com now, News Corp. So, but the point is they work with, I don't know how many hundreds of MLSs, and not every MLS works the same with them. So sometimes we get the status change and sometimes we don't. You'll know that once you start getting into the system. But you can get to all your tools right here, your virtual tours, branded and non-branded. You can see all of your e-flyers here. You can see all of your print flyers, and you can see your open house sign-in form, your blog tools, sign writers, stuff like that. And then the landing pages that I mentioned, actually there's a whole new way of interacting with those. You can say, oh, I want a property valuation plus landing page. So I'm going to click that and click create new. And let's just hope the page works. This is still in beta testing. And I could type Richmond. Okay. And I could put a note. No, I'm not going to put a note. I'm just going to say bang, save it. And I should have, and I'm really, keep my fingers crossed here that this works. I can click here to view it. Yeah, and so here we're really in the development stage. So, but that's kind of what the whole new system looks like. A lot more intuitive, a lot easier to use. We spent the past 2 years in upgrading all the tools that touch consumers. So they're all mobile optimized, and they all have a lot inside of them to help you capture leads, right? We just keep working on making these better. This is also a task list. So a lot of people feel like, I don't know where to start. You could click the task list and you'll see, get all these things out. You can even save it in your calendar, right? So that's helpful, and that's going to be in right here. So you can edit your listing here. All of your tools are here, and your task lists are here. And when you're finally done, after you've marketed that home as just sold for 30 days or for 60 days, you can just, boom, delete it right here, okay? So that's the new look and feel. We're excited, but right now, all the tools are wired to capture leads. So you should just get in and start getting familiar with them and getting them out on the internet. Robin, any questions? You can call me if you would like. My number's right here, 415-948-7578 if you'd like to ask questions, or you can type them. One thing I forgot to mention, and if I don't see any questions, I'm just going to, I'll say goodbye, but get to your profile page, and on the profile, there's a contact details section. And you can put multiple emails in here. You might want to send your tools to somebody. You might want your leads to go somewhere else, so you can put that destination there. Information. Okay, how much information are we collecting from Facebook? Okay. The last thing, if you look at the valuation data source, there are a couple of options: Zillow or onboard infometrics, or you can not have any valuation. They just get an auto response. So you can select that here, and that's kind of, let's see here. I just got to check a couple boxes here. Oh, you can also put your social media down here. So in certain tools, we'll give ways for you to build that, your networks. And you can also associate YouTube, your own YouTube channel to this, so that we've done that. Oh, you've already done that. Awesome. Cool. So your question, let me look real quick at that question. How much of people's Facebook information are you collecting? When people click a button like continue with Facebook, we grab, let's see here, their name and email, as it is in Facebook. Okay. Let's see here. That's all I wanted to see. This is Marcy's open house listing landing page. So by default, and the way that Facebook works, they will only grab the phone number and email and deliver it to you via email. Okay. They won't get their phone number. But if I clicked it, and I'm not going to, it can kind of prompt me to ask for the phone number. So let's kind of click on edit here, and I'll show you what I mean by that. At the bottom of every listing, and on the new system, you can just set it on your profile and not worry about it. It has a couple of things. Forced home registration I actually don't like this, so I'm going to turn it off. And it also has make phone required. I'm going to turn that off too. I think when you require a phone number on internet marketing, you pretty much shoot yourself in the foot. But what it does is, if I save these changes, what will happen is, if I click this, it'll grab the email and name from Facebook and deliver it to you. But it'll also show a little box right here and say, what's your phone number? Now, at that point, I can give you the phone number, or I can just click to continue and not give you the phone number. It doesn't require it. But as you could see, you could actually require all that. Where that also points up or comes up to is on the single property website. This is the single property website for the same open house. Also use email instead of link. I also saw they use email instead of link. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So because I turned off that forced registration. Oh, yes. Okay, I see that. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Because if I didn't change the forced registration, I could not close this. I couldn't close it. I couldn't hit this X and close this. But as you recall, or as you just mentioned, there's a place here where you can say, or use your email instead. So they can hand type it in. And in the old days, meaning 4 months ago, this is all we had. And we were getting huge amounts of leads from that. But once we added this, people click this thing so fast, agents' heads are spinning. They don't even know what's going on. They're just blown away at what's going on there. So yeah, the consumers have that option. You have the option to use that Facebook Connect or not. One thing that I would recommend is when you have properties out, I really recommend that you have links related to this particular listing. This one, for instance, is Chesterfield. It's in Chesterfield. So if somebody opened this, whether it was on social media or email or wherever they opened it on a blog, they probably have interest in properties in Chesterfield. So bare minimum, I would tell you to have a link here that says Chesterfield Homes for Sale, and that should point to your website. Okay. Now, also in imagination land, let's just say that homes in Chesterfield that are priced under 400 grand just fly off the shelves. There's always this price point in the town where if you price it above, it's going to sit there for 3 months or 6 months. But if you price it below, multiple bids, it's gone in a week or whatever, right? Whatever that price point is for Chesterfield should be here on the side. So let's kind of walk through that. This is a little bit of a deep dive, but it's good to know. Let's find Mindy, and maybe I can just find what's going on. You don't by chance know if Mindy has her own website, do you? Let's see if I can find it here. I found it. You're right. Okay, I'm going to go to Mindy Harden, and I'm going to go back to the listings. And nice website, and see you can search right on her front page, so that's pretty cool. Let's go over here and click on search and see if we can do anything else. Okay, interesting. Not quite sure what this is, but I like it, and consumers like. Is that what it is? iPark Place? Is that the website? I don't think I've seen it, but I'll tell you, it looks pretty good. What was it? Chesterfield? Yep. Oh, yeah, if I could spell. So it said Chesterfield, neighborhood area 451. Let's just do this. Let's just see if we can do it. I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole here, and I'm sorry to waste your time. It actually doesn't give me a unique URL. It just says Richmond Homes for Sale. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to this. And all of you can do this before you start marketing. You can click on this green link. Let's see if this will work for Mindy. I think it does. Add more links. And say search all homes and point it to that page. And also say, this may not work because Chesterfield Homes, because I'm logged in as the office and not the agent. Homes for sale. Point it there. I'm going to add one more link. Killing me. Chesterfield Homes. Under, I'm going to put 400K because that home is priced under 400K. So we'll just be kind of conservative there. Let's see. This may not work. This is actually the functionality that works for all of you. But because this is, I'm not logged in as Mindy, it could be throwing a, it may not work exactly like I'm hoping here. It did. Great. So this is a better way to advertise it, because if somebody clicked on this home is priced at $399, that means that that's my price point. Maybe seeing all homes under 400K would be interesting to me, right? So what happens when I click that? I'm driven right here to Mindy's website. And from here, all kinds of great info. That's just a good, good solution. So that's lead link stuff. Really think that's important. That's really an important part of listings to leads. It's actually that lead links is what made us super successful when we first started the company, because the whole nature of listings to leads, there are a lot of companies out there in real estate advertising. The big ones like Zillow and Realtor.com and so there's either companies that are selling leads from your listings to all kinds of agents, or there are other great companies like CirclePix and others that have great looking tools but don't capture leads for you, right? You get 4 leads a month, and it's hard to grow your business on 4 leads a month. So with listings to leads, we don't sell leads to anybody. We only drive leads back to you. If they're your listings or your tools, it is only whatever you capture, it's going into you. We have 4 support people. You can always have questions, go to contact support here. And my recommendation, even though there's a phone number here and you would think that phones are fast, the fastest way to get answers is to put your question in this box. And the other thing is, and I'm going to walk through this, but I'm going to send it to Robin. I really want all of you to get in our mastermind group, and I want you to get on a few of our live training calls. I'm going to send you a couple today. I'm going to send this to you today with 2 other Facebook calls, 2 other Facebook training classes. Those are very, very, very up to date. And you don't know this, my guess is, but there is a new kind of ad that was made available by Facebook, and where it runs through the messenger. You may not know what this is, but what's happening is we're not just collecting leads anymore. The responses go into the messenger, and agents are having dozens and dozens of conversations from one ad. Okay, so they're communicating back and forth. This can be overwhelming. We've had an agent, and you'll see it in the mastermind group. She ran 2 ads one week and had more than 130 separate email conversations or text conversations going on in her messenger via Facebook, which is awesome, but it's also like, whoa, I got to shut down my ads. So these are the kinds of things going on. I'm going to send you some tutorials on how to do that and utilize that. Use our tools when you're doing that, and you are going to find yourself a lot of success in marketing, in getting your name out, and in capturing leads. Robin, any more questions over there? Nope. Hey, everybody, thanks so much. It's my pleasure. Lean on our team. Robin, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm going to get this recording up online today, and I'm going to get you all of this instructions this afternoon. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day. And the key to this, I can tell you the trick to listings to leads. You get a lot of results if you use our tools. If you don't use them, they really don't do a whole lot for you. But our clients like to grow their business. They feel like lead gen is an important part to that. Wrap your arms around this. You'll be blown away. We're really excited, and we're excited to have you as clients. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.